Could you please introduce yourself and give us a little bit of a background about you, the person, and the author?
Yes, of course. My name is Maja Monrue. I am 28, come originally from Slovenia but live in Vienna, Austria. I recently graduated from the Faculty of Economics and Business at the University of Maribor, and for my bachelor thesis I actually chose a topic about women seeking life satisfaction by taking the entrepreneurial path. And I wrote it pretty poetically. No matter what I have done in the last 10 years for furthering my career, my heart always brought me back to writing. And to be honest, I was pushing that impulse away because I did not believe that writing could actually bring me my life satisfaction. During my entire childhood, I was perceived as an ambitious and tremendously creative child. I opened a restaurant at the age 21, I got married a year before, I implemented countless projects, I was studying hard in Slovenia and abroad just to build myself a good starting point for becoming a successful businesswoman. That was namely the picture I had in my mind when heading for the future. I was writing regularly at this time too, but only for fun. However, by the age 27, I somehow changed. Obviously, my heart was pushy enough, so I started to follow my inner voice. And I finished my thesis 8 months before it was due, and that was the time to start with my first serious writing project.
Why do you write, and why have you written this book?
I was blogging for quite some time before this first book. I just had to write out my thoughts and feelings, and I felt the need to share also the content with others. It was actually a very good decision to establish a blog because I immediately got lots of positive feedbacks from Slovenian readers, and that gave me the faith in my talent and the reason to nurture it for the future. Sometimes I feel trapped by the world I live in. It's not a world for dreamers nor for artists, and writing liberates me from that feeling. It gives me a chance to share myself with people. In a strange way, I even feel my purpose in this life is to bring people insights into the secrets of our existence. So when I finally decided to start writing a book, the topic about a relationship between a man and a woman was already there. It was already waiting in my head to be written. I wrote this book with passion and really sincere wish to explain to modern men and women the truth about unconditional love. There was just some very, very strong drive inside of me to contribute the message I was given from an unknown source to the society in which I live. So I wrote this book because I really wanted to help men understand modern women.
What is the main message of your book?
Well, it's all about returning back to our essence. Men should understand that their simple but at the same time powerful love has the ability to make women find their feminine essence. Just by nurturing the authenticity of their gender, they can find a way to a loving relationship, actually. But according to my book, a man is the person who initiates a process in which two can create then a complete and pure circle of unity. I can say men have the key, women have the treasure, and the whole map then is hidden in the chapters of the book Awakening Her.
How is this book different to other relationship guides?
First of all, this book is not entirely a guide. It's a hybrid, I say, between a guide and a short story fiction. It's also a hybrid among philosophy, intuitive psychology, and everyday life. It's one of the rare books written by a woman for men, and it's written purely with intuition and love. There is no specific scientific background behind the theory, yet most readers have admitted the book carries lifetime truth It's simple to understand and entertaining to read, and that's the unique value proposition for this book.
What is your target audience with this book?
I would say that the book is written for both men and women. Primarily, of course, I wrote it for men, but when I got the first feedback in Slovenia, I realized that the book is equally interesting for women. And I think it's because of the depths in which a woman's needs and longings are explained at some points. Regarding the age, I would say that the book satisfies young people that only learn the life lessons, as well as the experienced ones. But mostly I would target with this book to men and women between 25 and 45. In terms of love-based relationships, I think these are the active years of a human's life.
Describe us the following situation. Someone on the other side of the world picks up your book, reads it, obtains new knowledge and information. Then what? How do you most want your readers to benefit from reading your book?
Well, this is a book to have for life. It's not just for a one-off read, and I wrote it with special care for it to be simplistic. While writing, my idea was that every man who reads this book will understand it. But to be honest, the truth is, today we don't have much time to actually integrate new methods, new habits, and new behavior into our everyday life. The problem, therefore, is not in the understanding. The problem is implementing what we know into practice. So I see the responses on website as one of the good sources of encouragement. Additionally, I would love to hear from readers or even discuss with them their specific cases. And I really think a video series created on the basis of feedback from readers could also be a good idea to maintain and even deepen the know-how of Awakening Her.
Why do you think your book should be published?
I sincerely believe I wrote a book that contains crucial information for modern society. The answer to all our struggles is love. We all know that. But where is the source of love? In our relationship. I don't know how I have managed to write so many home truths, but I think something invisible guided me along this path with the aim to make it visible to everyday people around the world. That's why I think this book should be published. And also because I already feel the inspiration for another one.
So, what will be your next book about?
There is one specific topic that I feel very curious about, and I even wanted to include it into the Awakening Her. But at one moment I realized this topic needs its own book. Therefore, I am preparing the concept to write a book about that special year in which a man and a woman conceive a new life. When this life is then growing in the woman's body, but also in man's mind, and when the new being is born through the magical process that transforms the couple into new people, parents. I want to write about the relationship between a man and a woman in this special year, and also about the transition that happens in those months. I plan to write this book as a novel and a guide at the same time, so it will be an intuitive hybrid again. I feel that could be actually my style of writing in the future, to be honest. So to capture life within and around me, and to write it for people around the world. In this context, I could also write in the future a diary of my dog and a novel Student Girl that have been lying in my drawer for several years already. So, thank you for your time, thank you for watching this video. If you want to learn more about me, you can visit my website majamonrue.com or official website of the book awakeningher.com, and that's it. You're welcome, and stay a reader.